What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and let me go ahead and start this video by apologizing for the slow turnout of content this week. My uncle passed away earlier this week, and yesterday we had his funeral service, so it's been a tough week. And you know, I'm a normal human being. I have things going on in my life, and sometimes it's hard to sit down and put a smile on in front of the camera. So content has been slow this week. And next week, I am taking a much needed vacation. I won't be gone all week, but content will be slow next week. But I will still be putting out videos. However, stay tuned and pay attention to my other channels, because I'll probably do some vlogs from my vacation. I'm also sitting down for a Q&A with people like Zachary Levi, Shazam, the cast of National Lampoon's Vacation, and a lot of other celebrities. So I'll be pumping out content, but content on this channel may be a tad bit slow, but we're going to try to pump it out business as usual, straight from the hotel room. But anyway, let's get into the topic at hand. As you all know, we've been talking about East Palestine for weeks now. And still, it's like they're not getting the help that they need. And I keep hoping that I'm going to wake up and get good news. I keep hoping that I'm going to wake up and the proper attention and care will be shown to this community. But it's just not happening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see from the clip at the beginning of this video, they're having to, invent new ways to try to garnish attention for their community, because not only has our government abandoned them, but the media has abandoned them as well. So they decided to have a peaceful protest, a real peaceful protest, not a mostly peaceful protest. They had a real peaceful protest yesterday, and I want to show you all just a couple of clips from this protest, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Palestine continues to recover. Earlier today, there was a peaceful protest in support of the residents of East Palestine. Over 24 residents met on Main Street to voice their ongoing concerns about the train derailment. Protesters held up signs about holding Norfolk Southern, EPA, and Governor Mike DeWine accountable. The community saying they don't want to be forgotten.
We want to keep this in the forefront of the news because they still don't have independent testing. And I believe that that's what we need.
Young kids joined in the protest too. Don't go anywhere.
I'm glad those folks are out there trying to raise awareness. They're conducting themselves in a proper manner. And I just feel like we shouldn't be at this point right now. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they're out there. They're coming together as a community, trying to do what they can, but they shouldn't have to be doing this. None of those people that you see out there with the signs standing on the corner, they should not have to be doing that. With everything that happened to their community, the last thing I feel like these people need is to have to stress themselves to the point that they got to go out here and protest because they can't get answers like they should be getting. They can't get proper tests done on their home. And like I said, it's scary. It's downright scary how quiet things have gotten around this story. Mind you, there's still tons of toxic waste sitting in East Palestine. Do you know what they're doing to store that toxic waste? They've thrown tarps over it. I mean, mounds and mounds and mounds of toxic, contaminated soil. And what they've decided to do is they've just thrown tarps over it. That's all. When a gust comes through town, it picks up some of those soil particles, some of the dust, kicks it up, spreads the chemicals all throughout town. When it rains, and even when it's not raining, these chemicals from the soil, they're seeping down into the other soil, and they're seeping further down into the soil. ensuring that this area is contaminated. It's a complete, I mean, I try not to cuss in my videos, but it's a complete show out there, if you know what I mean. It really and truly is. And now we've gotten to the point that the citizens of East Palestine have become so desperate that they have to get out here and stand on the corner in the rain. Mind you, this rain is probably contaminated as well. So they have to stay out there doing these protests, trying anything they can to get some help. Because their town has now been abandoned. The media seemed to talk about this story. They liked this story for a little while, but they all left. All of the independent journalists that were down there, they're gone. Everyone's gone now. I think there may have been one single camera that showed up for this protest, and that was local news outlets. It's a devastating situation. My heart goes out to those people, and it hurts me because as someone who's covered this story really closely, I feel connected to this town in a way. And I've never even been there. I haven't met any of these people, but I feel their pain. And I've watched closely how this all went down. From this being the biggest news story for a little while. Cameras everywhere, journalists, reporters everywhere. You know, I mean, we had the last president, Donald Trump, was down there. We had Pete Buttigieg come down there. Joe Biden, I guess, is refusing to go. It's weird. It's weird seeing how everything happened so quickly. And how this story got buried so quickly. Which goes to show that I don't think there was much genuine coverage around this story. People like to strike while the iron is hot. I guess that's how the saying goes. But after that, they just up and left. What about seeing things through? I can guarantee you all that if East Palestine had the same media presence that it had throughout the first couple of weeks, things would be getting done. Okay? The ball would be rolling and things would be getting done. But these people know, hey, once the media leaves, we can do what we want. They know that. And this has happened 100 times before. The media comes in, they cause a ruckus. You see these train companies, you see the government, the EPA, they all act like, oh, we're doing this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Media leaves, all the promises they made these people go out the window. And eventually the EPA and the government, they're going to leave too. Probably leaving half of this stuff behind for these people to deal with. It's only a matter of time. So I'm hoping that somehow we can get a resurgence of attention around this story. So if you're watching this video, share this video. If you know about this story, tell your friends about it. Tell your friends to tell their friends. We need a resurgence of attention around this story because what's happening now is all the progress that we thought we were making, it's all about to get flushed down the drain. If I give it another week or two of the media basically ignoring this story, and it's a wrap. And it's a wrap. One thing I've noticed is the media is like the only thing that encourages these people to actually do something. Only problem is the media is basically bought off and paid for. So they'll come in and act like they care about a story, then they get thrown a few dollars, and then, oh, East Palestine, what's that? Where's that? You know what I'm talking about? Like, where? What? What are you talking about? Oh, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.